Why does somebody not know how to flush a toilet after they've had a shit?
That's not me.
Well, it was fucking one of yous. Disgusting!
Laura Lee's body language analysis. A preliminary study based on Laura Lelulua's recent apology video. Today, we will be breaking down and analysing every movement, every dry tear, verbal and non-verbal communication between Lelulua and her camera. This process can be accomplished by analysing her movements, gestures, eye contact, and postures, which in turn can be composed by voluntary and involuntary behaviours. The analysis and interpretation of Laura Lelulua's behaviours can present the different internal states, feelings, attitudes, and emotions of Laura in this hard time, which in turn can support the development of her apology, the security of her deep hidden emotions, and overall her behavioural analysis. Many psychologists believe that when a person looks up to their right, they are likely to be telling a lie. Glancing up to the left, on the other hand, is said to indicate honesty. So in this instance, it's safe to say Laura Lelulua is presenting honest thoughts. Whether it's about the situation or the alleged end to her career is another story. That conclusion cannot be foreseen at this present time of analysis. According to body language, the definitive, the ability to work out what is really happening with a person is simple. Not easy, but simple. It's about matching what you see and hear in the environment in which it all happens and drawing probable conclusions. Most people, however, only see the things they think they are seeing. The probable conclusion I can come to thus far, 0.9 seconds into the video, is that yes, there are no tears, but a scrunched, painful face. As Lelulua wipes away the alleged dry tears, we are left to ask a simple question. What is she wiping dry skin for? Or that she gonna get a rash from doing so? Here we can see Lelulua looking all over the place whilst apologising. Is she looking at all of her assets and thinking, this is it, cannot buy any more? Or is this a failed attempt at looking into the camera? Similar to the failed attempt of deactivating her Twitter to deactivate the issue at hand, which is that of alleged racist tweets. We can learn many things from this. If you ever make a mistake, it's okay, just deactivate it. End of that, no one will know. People everywhere have developed a fascination with the body language of YouTubers and their apologies, because everyone knows that these YouTubers sometimes believe in the fact that a simple apology will result in all matters being concluded. YouTubers, like certain politicians, spend much of their time ducking, dodging, diving, pretending, avoiding, lying, hiding their emotions and feelings. As humans or other, we instinctively know that these particular YouTubers will eventually be tripped up by contradictory body language signals and their actions, so we love to watch these apologies closely in anticipation of exposing them. What is a red flag alert in this instance? That Laura Lee is allegedly lying, you might ask? Teeth grinding or teeth clenching generally occurs when the jaw is tightly clenched and the teeth rub back and forth, or simply by clenching the jaw tightly. It indicates inward directed anxiety, frustration, or anger. Other times, clenching is due to intense physical strain or in anticipation of pain. The pain of knowing that what you've done is wrong, or the pain of knowing the aftermath after 6 years of committing the alleged tweets. Boogers, an alleged body fluid that happens when you cry. Non-verbal cues that provide clues to a person's snotty apology. Okay, now don't judge what I'm about to say. This was just a Google search, but when I looked up body language, pretend crying definition, it legit said, can sociopaths cry? And I quote, "If he wants to, a sociopath can cry. A sociopath is incapable of feelings such as empathy, regret, and remorse. She doesn't experience emotional pain herself, thus she can't understand the expression of those feelings in others. Sociopaths don't have feelings or emotions, nor do sociopaths cry genuinely." I do not believe Laura Lululua is a sociopath. I just wanted to throw it out there because I thought it was ironic. Laura Lee explains, "That was 6 years ago." Now, this is non-body language related, but I had someone DM me on Instagram yesterday apologising for something in the past, and they were like, "Oh, it was in the past, just get over it, I have." And I'm sat here thinking like, okay, but if there's a murderer and they kill someone and tell the victim's family 6 years later, "Oh, I'm sorry, but it was just 6 years ago, I've grown as a person, I'm over it." I know this is a really stretched example, but it's like you can't just expect time to heal what you've done. I like to provide advice in these instances of what Laura Lee could be doing to better her apology, and it would be to not say it was 6 years ago. It would be to face the issue head on. "I can't pray for the past, but I can only pray for the future," Laura says with clenched fists, looking directly into the camera. Threat displays, non-verbal signals designed to intimidate and predict aggression. These include chest protrusion in men, making the body appear larger and more outstretched, fist pounding, fist clenching, raising the voice, erratic movements, and so forth. These gestures form the prelude to physical violence. Now, although this is not physical violence Laura is presenting in this apology, one could analyse and say that the fist clenching reflects the depth of her soul, and that she is deeply threatened by her own past actions. Laura goes on to say that people have sent death threats to her family and that her niece was attacked because of Laura's actions online. In this instance, we can actually see how much pain Laura is in through her elaborate expressions. She points towards herself, meaning that she, and only she, wants to be blamed for her past tweets. When Laura goes on to talking about her photo taken with the three gurus shading Jeffree Star, need I elaborate on what these signs mean? Laura Lululua looks down. Looking down can thus be a signal of submission. It can also indicate that the person is feeling guilty. Looking down and to the right can indicate that they are attending to internal emotions. So we can take from this that Laura feels incredibly guilty about shading Jeffree Star on the brand trip, even though she says that she did not help formulate the tweet, which was directed towards shading Jeffree Star. I'm cracking up, this is so funny. No, don't need to go to acting school, just take a few lessons from yours truly. Now, Laura Lelucifer constantly closes her eyes whilst talking about her past times shading the F out of Jeffree Star. Now, closing of the eyes means shutting out the world. This can indicate the meaning, I do not want to see what is in front of me, it is so terrible, as Lelucifer knows for a fact the hypocrisy, the bullying, and the shading was so dang uncalled for. Sometimes, when people are talking, they close their eyes. This is an equivalent to turning away so eye contact can be avoided and any implied request for the other person to speak is effectively ignored. Is Laura Lululua ignoring what she did to Jeffree Star? You decide. Visual thinkers may also close their eyes, sometimes when talking, so that they can better see the internal images without external distraction. Or in other words, we're distracting her and she really has to think hard about apologising to Jeffree Star, because she really doesn't want to, in my opinion. I will hand it to Lululua. It's hard to fake being shocked, and she genuinely looks shocked here. We can tell by her open mouth. She's shookington. She's shaking. She's in complete and utter disbelief about the shadington of Jeffree. If it's because she's been called out for it or not, or if she's genuinely upset, we will never know. Laura also states that she needs to owe Jeffree an apology for this.
That's what I mean. I also want to say one thing real quickly. A lot of people lately have been trying to distract me from my future hopes and dreams and so many things that I am currently focusing on. And I just want to let you guys know, don't let anyone in your life, whether it's family, friends, ex-boyfriends, ex-girlfriends, anyone, even strangers on the internet, don't let anyone take away your confidence, your shine, your hustle, and what the fuck you believe in. Don't let anyone tarnish it. Don't let anyone think. Don't let anyone make you think. Don't let anyone make you think different about yourself. And don't let anyone make you second guess what the fuck you're doing. You know your vision. You know your dreams. Don't let anyone get you off the beaten path, bitch, because so many miserable motherfuckers want to try, but you can't. I always say this. People will show you who they really are eventually. It may take 2 months, may take 1 day, may take a year, but girl, they're going to show you who they are. So pick your circle wisely, very wisely, and stay on track. Don't let anyone derail you from your path. And that's the tea.
Now, the video concludes with dry tears being wiped away, whilst Laura Lelucifer says sorry. Crack up, I'm screaming. This is so funny. What do you guys think about the apology? Personally, I think she should quit the cries and have a longer, harder think about her approach to the apology, because we can clearly determine through body language, gestures, eye movement, and all other forms of non-verbal communication what an effing shit show this apology deemed itself to be. Don't forget to subscribe, click that notification bell, and I will see you guys in our next investigation.